prospect. Unconditional love, married upon self. Self-love. Grand Great Rise. Yesterday I was trying to tap in on light talk. And I'm just waking up, so the sound didn't come in yesterday. So I'm gonna redo it and give y'all a clearer version of what I was speaking about yesterday. First of all, I got a Cash App now. You enjoy my knowledge. You want to send some love. You know what I mean? So therefore, I can keep producing and, you know what I'm saying, move forward. You know, the Cash App is $Naga Neter. Capital Naga, capital Neter. Naga Neter. Okay. That being said, we're going to go in. Like I said, just my perception. All the scientists and other people, they talk about the sun, you know what I mean? And the sun, how it has no physical body, no physical shape. You know, they talk about the black holes in the sun and they can see straight through it and stuff of that nature. But the way they measure the sun, they say the reflection of light. That's how they measure the light. They measure it by what it reflects off of. Under Mayat is nothing coming in here. You know what I'm saying? Like everything under Mayat, you know what I mean? There's nothing coming in here. So, with that being said, my personal perspective on what the sun is, it's the accumulative light shined from the original beings from the solar plex, or the Dantian, or the core. When your Kundalini rises, it rises from the tailbone up the spine, through the up the neck, around the oblongata. It's hard to say it, but you know what I'm saying. Like, and it goes through the front, down the center, through the pineal, into the tongue. Press your tongue to the roof of the mouth, through the tongue, down through the tongue, down through the center where your hairline goes, all the way down into your core. What rises and sets every day is the original man, right? Naturally taking off timelines and natural ways of doing things. You know what I'm saying? It still is the same purpose. So my perception is that the light, unseen, rises and reflects Mayat. And when the collective light beams to the Great Mother, it shines a sun. It shines a ball of light that gives us physical energy. Now, that has a strong probability because of the simple fact that the reality, the true reality, is placed inside of us. So that everything physical around us literally is reflecting out of the darkness. If you was watching my last video, you heard me speak on how light brings darkness. And I'll break down a small example showing you how in actuality that is true. So when traveling inside to bring about more melanin, which is the information or the intelligence of the original being. You shine the melanin onto, or the light within the meditation of darkness onto the gray areas. And the only reason why they're gray, like I specified before in another video, is that the white would like to take over. The white light, which makes you more docile, it makes you more non-chaotic for the system that we live in. So the reality, the physical reality, that's tempered to a way to keep us away from the truth, is actually a projection of belief. The one projection of belief that can't be tampered with, and they try so hard by removing the original beings from the plane of existence, is literally the sun. I heard one of the brothers speak about it's not too many natural or original circumstances that happen within the original people no more because of so many different propaganda. Well, that's one. The fact, and this is only my perception. I don't state this to be a fact. In my perception, I believe the sun rises from within us. The light projects from all over the plane T, and it comes to a point. Now, with that being said, excuse me. With that being said, that is a particular to recognize and understand because of the simple fact that your reality is based on that. And if you think what I'm saying slightly maybe off a little bit, there's a story that took place. I was listening. I think Brother Bobby Hemmett was speaking about, saying, well, it was a place where all the black people couldn't afford to pay their light bill for this winter, and it was super, super cold. Well, about to be super cold. And nobody had the money to come up to pay the bills, and it was like most of the city out of power. So they were saying that because of people not being able to pay their bills, they wish so much that it just would stay hot, right? So the people who owns the power and all that stuff, they said we need to turn the lights on before we don't have a winter. Think about that. We have to turn their lights on with no money because we may not have a winter. Think about that. So it's the belief. Now, with going inside, you shine light on your reality. There may be things that are blocking you from doing these small iniquities and antiquity. That's the time we live in our own form. So you have to go in and recreate the physical outside by going in. I have a many different form of meditation that I take place in. One being mostly traveling inside to project the light outwards. And first, before you do that, you have to clean up the house. You have to go through and shine the light on everything that's gray, because the gray, it's a clog. It's almost like if you think about your sink, what is the color of the stuff clogged up in your sink? After a period of time, it starts to look gray and nasty, right? So we might want to take that in consideration and realize that there is nothing truly holding you back but the fact that you don't work the muscle in self to have more control over the understanding of your light. Respect. I might have added more to the other video because I was feeling more charged yesterday off the energy. But for the most part, I believe you will still have to understand this is just light talk. LIL, little light talk, or LIGHT, actual light talk. We are the light that's projected, vibrates into a physical existence. So on a deeper level, inside of the layers of light that's compacted and compressed to make you a physical being, there is a stronger light source that has a different spectrum of light that shines out of you that you cannot see. Okay? And it goes directly to a point where the great mother is, Maya. And with that being said, we have a son. Understand that there was not seasons. There were only seasons because they were taught. Winter, fall, spring, summer. These seasons were tempered in order to be changeable, to follow around the clock. You have the power. We have the power. We have the consciousness and understanding collectively to that source. That's great. We are source. All of us. Not just an experience. We are all source because the source of reality comes from within. Respect, unconditional love, self love to self. You hear me? Respect. Peace.